Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Dave. Well, today, very simple. I've asked to, so that we can present to you, if you remember, as I'm sure you do, that during the SONA, I gave instructions for all our different agencies, led of course by DPWH, to give us all of the information on specifically flood control projects that were started, were finished, were in progress from the beginning of my term, which is in mid-2022 until now. And so part of that process of auditing these projects was to also publicize the list that we were going to get from DPWH. Well, we have done it. We have received the list from DPWH. I think, have put it into a form that is accessible to the public, and most importantly, it is in a form that the public can use so that they can first identify the projects, the flood control projects that are within their area, within their barangay, so that they can actually go and look at it. Or if they already have information, they can tell us about it. Kung maganda yung naging project, kung hindi maganda yung naging project, bakit hindi maganda yung naging project, ano naging problema, etc., etc. And that's what the present website is supposed to do. Now, this is the third iteration of this website. We've been working on, kahit nung nasa India kami, we were already working on it. And it was, this is the final form of it. And we are very much open to suggestions. If the people want us to put more info or other info onto the website, we will certainly do that. But to begin with, we have I think there will be a video later on to show very simply how the website is being used. I was asked if, again, this is something that everybody can use, and I'm confident that the way that we have done it is very accessible to people. Before we get to this point, can we do the video first? Can we hang on to this? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning, please. Yeah, okay, let's do that. O sige, gawin na natin yan. Another feature that we just added na pwede mong hanapin sa mapa. And then, beyond that, this is the street map. Pero maraming overlay yan. May overlay pa yan na satellite picture. Can we just show the first page? Yung list of projects and then yung search. Well, that's the there. Okay, keep going up. All right. Doon sa pinakita, dinalagay yung location, yung date, kung ano yung project. You don't need to have all of those details. All the public has to do, para yung ginawa ko, sabi ko, kasi nung una namin natanggap ito, it was map coordinates. So sabi namin, hindi pwede. So we translated the map coordinates down to the barangay level. So ang kailangan lang ipasok ng kahit sino, buksan yung website, para makita, tiga barangay 1, 2, 3 ako. Tama, yun, ilagay lang, ayan, barangay Tabaco. and they can search. They can search all of the. They can search all of the projects that are in their area. So kung alam na nila, pwede nila siya magsabi maganda naman. Pwede sila magsabi hindi maganda ang naging project. And so those are, we just try to keep it as simple as possible. So that people can just put yan lang naman eh. Basta barangay lang, tama na yun. Kasi yung isa may listahan pa eh. Where, when, that's not necessary. If alam ninyo, di gamitin nyo. Pero kung hindi necessary na ganun, ito na lang. Basta lagay nyo yung barangay ninyo at lalabas na lahat ng flood control project. Maybe there are certain already initial findings that we have made during the ongoing investigation that we have initiated since the SONA. And I think it is interesting for people to look into so that it can be a guide as to where maybe the problems have arisen. And these are key findings on flood control projects. Can you put that up? Yeah. These are basic data lang ito. Next page. Yeah. The total cost of all of the projects since July 2022 until today is 545 billion pesos. I don't know about you, but that is a very big number by any measure. That is an enormous number. Let's keep going. Another observation is that there are 6,021 projects worth more than 350 billion that do not specify the exact type of flood control that is being built. Then, many projects also in different locations have exactly the same contract cost. I think anybody who works in either the private sector or the public sector, pag sinabi, may 50 project, pare-pareho, 150 million lahat. Pare-pareho lahat. Imposible yan. It is impossible for one barangay, even if they are the next barangay, to have the exact same project to the exact same amount with the exact same contractor. Imposible yan. And that is why that is a significant finding already that we have made. Now, can you keep going, please? What's in there? So, we looked at the regions, kung saan ang pinakamarami. And this is what came out. So, that's something that we have to dig deeper into. Parang yung NCR, that makes sense. Kasi talaga yung flood problem nandiyan. Pero titignan pa natin yan. Tapos, Region 3, well, they're flood prone. But, tignan natin why, as opposed to other places that have that are also flood prone. Okay, next. Here, I think you can analyze this for yourself. I don't need to explain this. These are the provinces with the most projects. And at the same time, here's a list of the top 10 provinces that are most flood prone, that have been assessed to be the most flood prone. I think you will notice they don't necessarily match. This side and that side don't necessarily match. Now, I'm sure there are explanations for that. We will have to study it further. But you would intuitively say that projects, the areas rather, the provinces, the regions, whatever you want to do, whatever pinaka-flood prone, yun dapat ang pinakamaraming project. Pero parang hindi tumutugma. Kaya yan, kailangan natin pag-aralan na mabuti kung bakit nagkaganyan. And, well, this is just another piece of information. Out of 170 pumping stations, that's the next one, yeah. Pumping stations, 157 were in Metro Manila. This really, more than anything, manifests how the pumping stations have become ineffective because of the garbage collection problem. So that's indicative of that. Kaya namin linagay yan dyan. Kaya dahil para yung malaman ng tao, gawa tayo ng gawa nitong pumping station Pag yung basura naman ay natapon, nabara yung bomba, nabara yung estero, nabara lahat, kagaya yung pinuntahan natin nung bag na last week, wala ring silbi yung pumping station. And that's just to bring home the message that we really have to do something about the garbage problem. There are, let's see, yeah, this is all over, there are 2,409 contracting entities, which is understandable. Kasi sa local, ganyan talaga yan. May AA, AAA, yun lang ang pwede niyong gamitin. And pag yung maliliit na project, the local can do it already. So that's not, just to show paano yung nagkahatian. However, this is another disturbing assessment statistic. 20% of the entire 545 billion budget napunta lang sa 15 na kontraktor. Sa 15 na kontraktor na yan, 5 sa kanila ay may kontrata sa buong Pilipinas. Keep going. Yeah, with the flood. Ito na yung listahan. And this is what I was talking about. 5 of these 15 contracts have projects in almost all regions nationwide. Ang justification sa pagpili ng kontratista ay para sasabihin, pagbigyan naman natin yung local. Di ba? Para naman yung mga maliliit na kontraktor, may trabaho naman sila. At mas mabilis kasi kung local. Kausap mo yung tao eh. Again, my experience as governor is that as much as possible, we try to do it by local. Kasi pwede namin, may madali, sabi, bilisan nyo na, bakit wala pa, pwede mong anihin. You have some influence over the thing. But that for me was the one that stood out very much. 5 of these contractors had projects in almost the entire country. So those are the ones that immediately pop out na sa aking palagay ay kailangan natin tignan. So anyway, this is the initial. We are rolling out the website today. We have provided you with some of the initial information that we have had. They are not assessments. We are not accusing anyone of anything yet. However, it gives us an idea of how this has been conducted. So I hope people will take advantage of this. And as I said, there is always a way for them to give their comments. Magsumbong sila kung yan ang gusto nilang gawin. Maaari naman sasabihin nila, hindi, walang problema dito. Yun ang pinakamagandang balita na matatanggap namin. So I encourage everyone to look into this and say your piece. Kasi parang sinasabi ng mga iba, nakikita naman namin, hindi maganda, pero wala naman kami mapuntahan, wala naman kami malapitan. Ngayon meron na. Ngayon meron na kayo malalapitan. Ito, ang lalapitan na ngayon ninyo, ako mismo. Dahil akong titingin dito araw-araw sa website natin at babasahin ko ang mga report na ibibigay ng taong bayan. So this is the first step. We are going to keep going. This is something that is, I think, absolutely necessary. We have to clean our ranks. This is it might be a little painful. Baka masangkot dyan yung mga tao na malapit sa atin. Ngunit kahit malapit sila sa atin, mas malapit naman siguro sa puso natin yung taong bayan. Kaya silang unahin natin. All right. I think that's just a preliminary briefing, and thank you, and I'll take some questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.